Friends of Islam, as we know, scientists conduct research, discovering facts about the universe. Science is advancing with the help of technology, helping researchers uncover new findings. The technology was created in modern times, while the Koran was revealed approximately 14 centuries ago. Interestingly, the Koran reveals many scientific facts that can only be proven today. For example, the story of the Sodomites, or what is known as the Luthites in Islamic teachings, is a clear example of how deviant behavior is condemned. Even believe it or not, until now, the painful punishment of Allah is still taking place in the area where the Sodomites used to live. Curious as to why that is? Keep watching this video until the end so as not to misunderstand it. But before we continue, don't forget to click the subscribe button and activate the bell button notification so as not to miss the latest news from the Islamic Circles channel. Talking about the severity of Allah's punishment, we cannot imagine an event that happened in ancient times, where a people were destroyed so horribly due to their sins that had exceeded the limit. Although we often witness natural disasters today, such as tsunamis that destroy beaches, volcanic eruptions that emit thick smoke, or even the terrible eruption of Mount Merapi, these punishments are not comparable to the horrors experienced by previous nations. One of the punishments recorded in the Quran is the punishment that befell the people of the Prophet Luth. This punishment is one of the most terrible punishments ever inflicted on mankind. The people of Prophet Luth were contemporaries of Prophet Abraham, and they lived in a city called Sodom, which later disappeared without a trace. This city became a mystery and only became news and legends from mouth to mouth of people. However, Allah confirmed this story and made it part of the Quran as a lesson for mankind. The story begins with people who had a sexual disorder. They liked the same sex. Men liked men and women liked women. In fact, they also got married and had children, but their tradition was only a way to continue their offspring. While sexual needs and love, they will channel to the same sex. Initially, before the people of Sodom experienced such sexual disorders, they were normal people. However, it started with one abnormal couple, so this disorder spread and became a disease in the community. At that time, only the family of Prophet Luth was still living a normal life. Prophet Luth daily warned the people of Sodom so that they return to human nature, where they are given partners of the opposite sex to channel lust and love. However, the people of Sodom refused to listen to the teachings of Prophet Luth and instead became more comfortable with their current situation. They were also reluctant to use their common sense and also reluctant to turn into normal humans who worship the true God. The people of Sodom were even more firm with their deviant lives. They felt comfortable being perverted people and even invited others to become perverted. Prophet Luth's warning never received a positive response from them. Instead, the perverted Sodomites even stated that Prophet Luth and his family should be expelled from the city of Sodom. The people of Sodom bore witness to Allah's awesome power and punishment. Their deviant behavior and rejection of the Prophet Luth's guidance caused them to become the object of the most terrible punishment. Allah sent an unprecedented vengeance, and for the people afterward became a warning to all mankind. When Allah's punishment arrived, the situation of the Sodomites changed drastically. This punishment is immortalized in the Koran Surah Al-Araf verse 84. And we rained upon them a shower of stones, so behold the end of the transgressors. The rain of burning stones destroyed everything in the area of Sodom. In Surah Hud verses 82 to 83, Allah explains, "So when our punishment came, we turned the land of the people of Luth from above to below, or we turned it upside down, and we rained upon them stones from the burning ground, which your Lord had marked, and that torment is not far from the wrongdoers." The doom was not a fairy tale, but a real event that befell the people of Sodom. Scientific research conducted on the site of the doom of the Sodomites gives us a deeper understanding of the event. One significant study was conducted at el-Hammam, a Bronze Age city in the Jordan Valley. The research involved a number of archaeologists, geologists, geochemists, geomorphologists, mineralogists, and other scientists. El-Hammam, thought to be the city of Sodom, was the largest city in the valley at the time. It is estimated that the population of the 3 cities in the valley, including Sodom, reached 50,000. The buildings of the city were made of bricks measuring up to 5 floors. Through excavation and analysis of the former building space, archaeologists found evidence of a sudden, extremely high-temperature demolition event. In a published study, the researchers concluded that war, fire, volcanic eruptions, or earthquakes could not have caused the event, because the temperatures recorded in the remains could not have been produced by these events. Therefore, a meteor or comet exploding in the atmosphere is the most likely cause of the destruction of Sodom. Although no crater was found at the site, the researchers concluded that the destruction of the city was due to an airburst that occurred when the meteor or comet passed through the atmosphere at high speed. When the rain of burning rock fell, the air temperature rose dramatically. This explosion occurred about 2.5 miles above the city and had a force 1,000 times greater than the atomic bomb used on Hiroshima. When the explosion occurred, the air temperature quickly rose above 3,600 degrees Fahrenheit or 2,000 degrees Celsius. Within seconds, the once bustling city of Sodom was engulfed in flames. Buildings that stood firmly in an instant flattened to the ground, while the bodies of humans and animals were destroyed and their bones shattered into pieces. The doom also accompanied a massive explosion that produced a shockwave that traveled through the city at about 740 miles per hour, faster than the worst tornado ever recorded in history. The buildings of the city of Sodom were swallowed up by the earth, and only ruins and foundations remained. The research also found that there were melted metals among the ruins of the city, such as quartz that cracked under high pressure, which is evidence that the explosion was very powerful and devastating. Other evidence found at the site also supports the story in the Koran. Scientists also found unusual minerals and high concentrations of salt in the layers of destruction. These salts, it is thought, originated from a meteor explosion that caused salt distribution in the surrounding area, which then inhibited plant growth and led to an increase in salt concentration in the soil. Thus, this scientific research supports the idea that a meteor or comet explosion caused the destruction of Sodom. The evidence of these archaeological findings and scientific analysis is very much in line with the descriptions of doom found in the Koran. Archaeologists' discoveries around the Dead Sea have also revealed remnants of the destruction associated with the city of Sodom and the events of its doom. Scientists have conducted extensive excavations and research in order to understand more about these events. In one of the most important discoveries made at this ancient site, archaeologists found the largest Bronze Age tomb, which is thought to have been in use for 1,000 years, from the time of the Prophet Abraham to the destruction of Sodom. They found gold jewelry in the area and also found more than 700 pieces of pottery that were burial gifts. These findings provide evidence of the existence of these cities in the past. In addition to these findings, there are also other findings that support the existence of the city of Sodom. The traces of destruction and sulfurous remains that have been found in the Dead Sea lakes are also evidence that corroborates the story in the Koran. In addition, we are also invited to reflect on the greatness of Allah and His justice in enforcing His laws. That's all for this video. Hopefully the stories in this video are useful for all of us. See you in the next video.